Men going to work and making a paycheck for their family is not a sacrifice. This is a subject that the public offender is unpacking right now, and if you don't follow him, you absolutely should because his content is fantastic. But when I first heard him say this, I was like, what? Excuse me, what? But the way he breaks it down, it makes so much sense, right? When us men, when we're single, we go to work, we make money, we don't think twice about it, right? We trade our time for money. That is something we would have to do anyway, whether we have a family or we're single. But after we get married and we have children, it sort of becomes this flag that we want to wave in everybody's face, right? Oh my God, I work so hard. I sacrifice for this family to put food on the table. And then it becomes this big parade, right? Everybody worship me because I sacrifice for this family to make a paycheck. And I think one of the reasons we hype this up so much is because it allows us to make mom the default parent without us feeling so guilty about it, right? We put so much extra responsibility when it comes to child rearing on mom, and because we have this ultimate sacrifice of making money, we don't feel as guilty about it. And motherhood is a far greater sacrifice for women than fatherhood is for men. A woman's quality of life can go down dramatically after having kids, and that doesn't mean the purpose, the meaning, the value, all of that's added to her life isn't relevant, but the toll that it takes on her body and her mental health, especially if she has multiple children compared to men, it's not even apples to apples. And a lot of us men want to wave around this sacrifice flag while mom is also out there working, and then coming home to be the default parent. And then if she's a stay-at-home mom, especially to multiple young children, then she's working harder than dad. And I don't care what dad does for a living. You could be a roofer in the hottest city in the country. Sure, your job might be more physically taxing, but in terms of the mental and emotional load, it's not even comparable. You're talking about a mom who is sacrificing her body, her mental health, and her career, while a husband can come home and say he's the one making the ultimate sacrifice for something he would have to do anyway.